Hey all, I am recording this video to share my story. On the 29th of September, so a bit over a month ago, I had a stroke in my cerebellum, left side. The cerebellum in Norway, we know it as the little brain. I know that you're never prepared for a health scare or a stroke or trauma in general, but to have a stroke at 30 when I don't tick any of the risk factors, not one. It's huge. It's a lot. I'm still processing. It's been, I don't know, 6 weeks. And I'll be processing for many more weeks. This stroke is going to be with me the rest of my life. In many ways. Me recording this is just another way of me to try and process, but also something for me to look back at later on, a year from now, 5 years, 10, I don't know. And hopefully I'll look back at it and think about how far I've come. I don't expect anyone to watch this. If I'm the only one watching it, a year from now, that's okay. And I know some of you are probably going to have your own thoughts and opinions about why I'm sharing this. Some of you are going to think it's for attention. You're welcome to think that. I don't really care. I'm doing this for me. And recording these videos, I just want to put out there that I'll probably be recording quite a few videos moving forwards and uploading them. And I will talk from my perspective, my lived experience. And I won't filter myself. I might say things that's confronting to hear. I will joke. Dark, morbid humor. If you're not ready to hear jokes about death and disability and the thought of losing someone that you love, then I'd recommend that you don't watch these videos. But another reason I'm making these videos is that it's hard for me to talk about these things. And it's hard for me. It's kind of like, if I give you a brief summary and talk to you for 30 seconds, it doesn't start to cover one puzzle piece of everything that's going on for me. And it's very hard for me to answer when people ask me how I'm doing, because the second you're asking, I can be doing okay. But that doesn't mean I'm okay every day, every minute of every day. And I might be okay 1 second, 30 minutes later, I might be further down than I have been in days. It is a lot of up and down. I have no intention of putting a lid on how I'm doing and how I'm feeling and how this experience has been for me. Me putting a lid on things is only going to prevent my healing. I need to put myself first, my healing, my recovery. And there's no right or wrong way to heal and process. I know many people have opinions and thoughts around it, but this is my story and I'll be sharing it based on what I've gone through, what I am going through. In upcoming videos, I will probably be talking about the health side of things, like the physical side of things, the mental side of things. I will try and summarize, I guess, my journey before, during, and after my stroke. The type of stroke I've had is very, very rare. Therefore, the neurologists and my doctors, my medical team, stroke team, they don't know much about it. There's a lot of unknown. But I'll cover what I do know in relation to my stroke. As you can see, I'm talking all right. And I'm walking all right. I know a lot of people, when they hear stroke, think that their speech and their walking mobility is going to be impaired. For me, that's not the case. But I do have impairments. You just can't see them. Which for me, it's harder because people are not going to always remember that I've had a stroke. So there will be times where, and there has already been times where I have to remind people that my memory is not as good as it used to be. And that's hard for people to remember when I look the same, I sound the same. But reality is that a part of my brain has been damaged, had a brain injury. And the brain is incredible. I can't repair the parts that's been broken, but the brain can build new, similar parts. Which means that with time, it's possible that I might recover 100%. It's also possible that the impairments I have might last. I don't know. It's too soon to tell. But I'm very excited to be making these videos, to share my story, to document it. Reality is that I am no longer the same me that I was weeks ago. And it's hard for those around me, and it's hard for me because I live it. Some people have not noticed any change in me. Some have noticed things that normally they wouldn't question, but because they know I've had a stroke, they go, oh, that because she's had a stroke? And then there's Tristan, who's with me every day, and some days observe my impairments a lot, and other days probably barely at all. And then there is me. I live them daily. Some days they're easier to manage and therefore not as noticeable on the outside for others. But yeah, I look forward to sharing more. It's also quite possible that in some of the videos I make, I'll be emotional. I'll probably be recording on days where I'm not doing as good as I am today. And I understand that that can be uncomfortable for people, and it's completely okay. I have no expectations for you to watch any of this. But I plan to be open and honest, no filter, no lead. And I think in the long run, it's going to be good for me. I'll probably explain in other videos. I cover lots of things. I welcome questions. I welcome conversations. But it's very likely that I will tell you that I will need some time before I can answer you. And when I say time, I can mean a week, 2 weeks. Because fatigue after stroke is real and it's hit me hard. And I want to talk about things, but I don't have energy to talk 24/7. It kind of has to be on my terms at times. And I'll go into more detail about this later as well, but don't ask me questions if you're not ready for an honest answer. You're not ready to hear my truth. Don't ask the question. You're welcome to say, heard what happened, thinking of you, wish you the best. Anything like that, but don't think you're being polite by asking if you don't want to hear the answer. I think I'll end this video here. I have no idea how often I'll upload or record or how much I'll share. It will just be something I gauge ongoing. All right, well, thank you for listening.